Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play a fingerstyle arrangement of the song Unstoppable. It's a really popular song and a lot of you guys had requested this. In this video, I'm going to cover the intro, verse, pre-chorus and chorus, which is what you need to play most of this song. The rest of the parts, the post-chorus and everything else after that are on a separate part 2 video available on my Patreon page. Also, all the tabs for this are available there as well. If you want them, check out the link down below. It really helps support my channel. So for this arrangement, we are in standard tuning and you need to put a capo on the 2nd fret of your guitar. Let's start with the first part, which is the intro. It sounds like this. So the intro is based on 4 chords. We have E minor, C major, G major and B minor. So we start off with the E minor chord. We hold it like this, where you just need to hold down the note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string on the left hand. On the right hand, you plug these 4 together. The 6th string, which is open, the 4th string, the open 3rd string and the open 2nd string. Plug all of them together like that. And then you have this. So there I'm playing this. So there I'm playing the 6th string, which is open, with the thumb. And quickly after that, I'm slapping my thumb onto the 6th string to mute it and create that percussive sound. Like that. So I'm literally just taking my thumb and slapping it onto the 6th string to create that sound. And it's also muting the string at the same time. Like that. And right after that, you play the bass note again, the 6th string. Like that. So all together you have this. One more time, really slow. And in the end, you just add this. So here you're slapping and ringing the chord. So if you don't know that technique, I'll try to explain it really briefly. On the left hand, you're still holding on to the E minor chord. And on the right hand, you're doing this. So there you're slapping and ringing the chord. You're using your thumb to slap onto the lower strings to create that percussive sound. And at the same time, you're using your index finger to ring the chord using this motion. Like that. You're just doing both of them together at the same time. So with the index finger, you're ringing the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string, these 3, and you're playing it with the slap. So all together, if you add this with the previous parts, you get this all together. And then you have this part. So here you have the same kind of idea, but on a different chord. You have a C major chord this time. So here you need to hold the notes on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, 2nd fret of the 4th string. You have the open 3rd string and the 1st fret of the 2nd string. On the right hand, you start by playing this. So you plug the chord, the 5th, 4th, 3rd and 2nd string all together. And then you do this. It's the same thing that you did with the bass note on the E minor chord. So you're basically taking the note on the 5th string, playing that, then slapping and muting it, and then playing that again. Like that. And in the end there, just like you did previously, you have to slap and ring the chord. So you're holding the C major chord and using that technique that you used earlier, you're slapping and ringing the chord there. So all together you get this. So if you add this to the previous part, you get this so far from the start. And then you have this part. It's the same idea, you're just playing it on a G major chord. So here on the left hand, you just need to hold the note on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. On the right hand, you start by plucking the 6th string, open 4th string, open 3rd string, and open 2nd string all together. Then you do the thing with the bass note. Same thing that you did earlier. And in the end, you're slapping and ringing the chord You're playing the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string, all three of which are open, these three with the slap. And in the end you have this. So here you're switching to a B minor chord. And this here is not a bar chord. You don't need to bar the entire 2nd fret with the index finger. You're just holding the note on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Then you have the 4th fret of the 4th string, 4th fret of the 3rd string, and 3rd fret of the 2nd string. On the right hand you play this. Which is the exact same idea. You first plug the chord, then you do the thing with the bass note, and then you have this. So you start by playing the note on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and immediately after playing it, you mute the note. So you let it ring for a very short duration and mute that. And then you have this. So here you're doing a hammer on and pull off onto the 4th fret. So you're playing the note on the 2nd fret first, then you're hammering on onto the 4th fret with the ring finger, and then pulling back off to the 2nd fret. Like that. And right after the pull off from the 4th to the 2nd fret, you pull off again from the 2nd fret to the open 3rd string, all in one go. Like that. I'll do the whole thing again really slow. And in the end you play this note, the note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So all together, you get that. And if you play it with the B minor chord that you played previously, so that's the whole intro. I'll play the whole thing from the start really slow. Try to play it with me. And after that we have the next section, which is the first verse. It sounds like this. So we start off with the first part, which sounds like this. So here you have an E minor chord where you're just holding the note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. On the right hand you play it like this, where you first plug the bass note, the 6th string, which is open, and then you plug these three, the 4th string, 3rd string, and the 2nd string. So you play it like this. So first you plug the 6th string, then you'd play a roll and play this part of the chord with the roll, 4th, 3rd and 2nd string. After that you slap and ring the chord using the previous technique that I taught you. I'm slapping and ringing the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string again. And after that you have this part. So there you're still holding on to that E minor chord on the left hand, and on the right hand you're playing this, where you're first plucking the 6th string, 3rd string and 2nd string together, all three of which are open, and then you're doing this. So you're playing the 2nd string 2 times, then you're slapping and creating that percussive sound, and then you're playing the 2nd string again. So all together, one more time. So now let's play it once again from the start. So now the entire portion on the E minor chord sounds like this. I play it again really slow. And then we have this part. So there we switch to this chord, which is a C major 7 chord. Now we are holding the 3rd fret of the 5th string and the 2nd fret of the 4th string. The rest of the strings are open. And on the right hand we play this, where we're playing the open second string. Then we play the bass note, the fifth string. Then we add our index finger to the first fret of the second string and play that, where we are plucking the open third string and the second string together. So all together. And right after that, you play the second string there again. Just the second string. And then you have this. So there you're slapping your thumb onto the lower strings and creating that percussive sound. And then you're playing the bass note, the fifth string. So again, just for your reference, I'll play it from the very beginning till this point. So you have this so far. And then we have this part. So here on the left hand we have a C major chord from earlier, and on the right hand we start by playing this. So we first plug the chord, the fifth string, the open third string and the second string together. Then we play just the second string 2 times, like that. And then you do this. So there you're slapping and ringing the fourth, third and second strings. And then you're hammering onto the third fret of the second string with the little finger. Like that. So all together you get this. And right after that you have this part. So right after the hammer on, you lift this finger up and play the note on the first fret of the second string. Like that. I'll do that again really slow. And then you have this part. So here you're switching to this chord. You have the third fret of the sixth string and the second fret of the third string. The rest of the strings are open. So right after changing to this chord, you play this on the right hand, where you play the third string, then the sixth string after that, and then you play the open second string 2 times. Like that. So from the C major chord again, you get that. And right after that you add this part. So there you're slapping and muting the sixth string and playing it immediately after that. Like that. So again, just for reference, I'll play it from the very beginning till this point. So you have this so far. And then you have this. So while you're still holding on to that G major chord, on the right hand now you play this, where you first plug the sixth string and the open second string together. Then you plug the third string, then the second string. Like that. And then you have this. So you first slap and ring the open fourth string, third string and the open second string, these 3 together. You play them with a slap. And then you hammer on with your little finger onto the third fret of the second string. Like that. Then you lift this finger up and play just the open second string after that. Like that. One more time. So if you play it with the previous part, you get that. And then finally you change to the B minor chord and play that. So here again you have the second fret of the fifth string, fourth fret of the fourth string, fourth fret of the third string, and the third fret of the second string. So you start by plucking the fifth string, which is the bass note. Then you plug the fourth, third, and second strings all together. Then you slap with your thumb onto the lower strings. create that percussive sound. And immediately after the thumb slap, you play the bass note again. Like that. And then you have this fill in the end. So this is one of those things that might look a little challenging to do at first, but it's actually really easy to play. So you first place your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, play that note, and slide up till the 4th fret. And then you do this, where you're slapping and ringing this part of the chord, the open 4th string and the 3rd string. And then slide back down to the 4th fret really quickly. Like that. I'll do that again. And after that you pull off from the 2nd fret to the open string. Like that. And right after that you play this note, the note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Like that. So I'll play it again from the very beginning of the verse. So you have this so far. And then all you have to do is just repeat this part exactly as it is. But that little fill in the very end this time is a little different. I'll play it once for you. It sounds like this. So this fill here in the end goes like this now. Earlier you played it like this, where you ended on this note. Now you play this. So you're playing the note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then you're playing the open 3rd string. One more time, really slow. So that's the whole first verse. I'll play the whole thing once again. It sounds like this. And after that we have the pre-chorus, which sounds like this. So we start with this chord, which is kind of like a C major chord. You need to hold down the notes on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and the 3rd fret of the 1st string. On the right hand you pluck the 5th string first, and then you do this, where you're playing the open 3rd string, the 2nd string, and the 1st string all together with a roll like that. And right after the roll you have this. So you're plucking the 5th string and the 1st string together there, and then you're plucking just the 1st string after that. So you get this all together. One more time, really slow. And then you change the chord to this. So you're switching from this chord to this one now, where you're holding the notes on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and the 5th fret of the 1st string. And on the right hand you're playing this. So you're first plucking the entire chord, the open 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, and 1st string all together. Plug them together like that. And after that you plug the 1st string 2 times. Like that. And in the end you just play this, where you're plucking the 4th string, which is open, and then the 1st string. So all together, you get that. And once again from the start. And then you have this part. So there you're switching to a B minor chord, but you just need to hold down this part of the chord. So you're holding the 2nd fret of the 5th string, the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and the 2nd fret of the 1st string. So on the right hand you start by playing this. You first plug the chord, the 5th string, 2nd string and the 1st string all together. And then you plug the 1st string 2 more times after that. Like that. And then you add this part. So you play the bass note again, the 5th string, and then you do this. So there you're playing this note, so you're plucking the 1st string, and then you're hammering onto the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And then you switch to this chord, which is the 1st chord. So here from the hammer on, you're keeping this note, the note which you're playing with your little finger, and then you're just changing the rest. So you're adding your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string and your index on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So now on the right hand you plug the 5th string, open 3rd string, 2nd string and 1st string all together. And then you lift this finger up and play the open 1st string. Like that. And in the end you just add this part, where you're plucking the bass note, the 5th string, and then the open 3rd string. So altogether from the last chord you have this. And if you play it from the very beginning, you have this so far. And then you have this part. So right after you played that part there in the end, you repeat this entire thing from the start. Up until that point, and then you have this new part. So there you're switching back to the very first chord and you're plucking it like that. So you're plucking the 5th string, open 3rd string, 2nd string and 1st string all together. And after that you're leaving the chord and playing this. So you play the note on the 5th fret of the 1st string and pull off onto the 3rd fret and then play the note on the 5th fret again. Like that. So that's the whole pre-chorus. I'm going to play the whole thing again from the start really slow. Try to play it with me. And after that we have the chorus, which sounds like this. So we start off by playing this. So on the left hand here we have an E minor chord where we just hold the note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. On the right hand we have this, where we start by playing the bass note, the open 6th string. Then we play the 4th string. Then you slap and ring the chord. So here we are slapping and ringing these three. The open 3rd string, 2nd string and 1st string. Like that. And after that you play just the 1st string again after that. I'll do it again. And then you have this part. So here you're plucking the 6th string and the 1st string. Both of them are open. Plug them together like that. And then you pluck just the 1st string 2 more times after that. And after that you do a thumb slap on the lower strings to create that percussive sound. And in the end you play the note on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with the little finger. And if you play this with the previous part, And then you have this part. So here we have a C major chord on the left hand, where we have the 3rd fret of the 5th string, 2nd fret of the 4th string, open 3rd string, and the 1st fret of the 2nd string. On the right hand, we start by playing this, where we play the 5th string first, then the 4th string, then we slap and ring the chord, where we are slapping and ringing these three, the 3rd string, 2nd string, and 1st string while holding the chord. And then we play the open 1st string 2 times, like that. And then you have this part. So here we're lifting the middle finger up from the 2nd fret here, and we're putting it on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. And on the right hand we play this, where you're playing the 5th string, then the 1st string, and then you lift this finger up and play the open 1st string. Then you slap and create that percussive sound. And then you do this. So here you're playing the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with the little finger, and then you're lifting it up and playing the open 2nd string, like that. One more time. And if you add this with the previous part, so if you play the entire thing from the start of the chorus till this point, you have this so far. And then you have this part. So here we are switching to a G major chord and we are playing this. So on the left hand here, you start by holding the note on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. On the right hand, you play this, where you're playing the 6th string, then the open 4th string. And after that, you add your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and slap and ring the chord. The open 4th string, 3rd string, and the 2nd string, these three. Play them with the slap. And after that you play the note on the 2nd string, just that note. And then you have this part. So there you're starting by plucking the 6th string, open 3rd string, and the 2nd string together. And then you're playing just the 2nd string 2 times. Then you slap and create that percussive sound. And in the end, play the open 2nd string. So you lift this finger up and play that. One more time. So altogether the entire portion on the G major chord sounds like this. And then you have this part. So here we have a B minor chord, and it's not the bar chord, we're not barring with the index finger, we're just playing the note on the 2nd fret here on the 5th string. So you have the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 4th fret of the 4th and 3rd string, and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, like that. On the right hand you're playing this. So you start by playing the 5th string, then the 4th string, then you slap and ring this part of the chord, the 3rd and 2nd string. And right after you slap and ring the chord, you play the note on the 3rd string, like that. And then you have this part. So here you're changing the chord to this, which is a portion of a B major chord, but you don't need this note. So you're holding the 2nd fret of the 5th string, the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and the 4th fret of the 2nd string, these three. And you play this on the right hand. So you start by plucking the 5th string and the 2nd string together. Then Then you play the third string. Then you slap and ring this part of the chord, where you're slapping and ringing the second string and the third string, like that. And then you play the note on the 4th fret of the second string and slide up till the 5th fret. And after that you play this. So you leave the chord and play all the open strings, the 6th string, 3rd string, 2nd string and the 1st string. Plug them all together, like that. So that's the first half of the chorus. I'll play it from the start till this point. So you have this so far. And then we have the second half of the chorus, which sounds like this. I'll play it from that last B minor chord. So right after you plug the E minor chord, all the open strings there, you slap and ring the chord, where you're slapping and ringing the open 3rd string, 2nd string and 1st string. And then you play just the 1st string after that, like that. And then you add this part. So there you're first plucking the open 6th string and the 1st string together. Then you're plucking just the 1st string after that. And then you slap and ring the chord again. And then you add your little finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and play that note, like that. And if you play it with the previous part, you get that. I'll do it again really slow. And after that you have this part. So here you're changing the chord to this, which is a C major chord. On the left hand you have the 3rd fret of the 5th string, 2nd fret of the 4th string, open 3rd string and 1st fret of the 2nd string. On the right hand you start by playing this. Play the 5th string first, then the 4th string, then slap and ring the chord, where you're slapping and ringing the 3rd, 2nd and 1st string. And in the end, play the 1st string again. And then you have this part. So here, while you're on the C major chord, you lift your middle finger up, and on the right hand you start by plucking the 5th string and the open 1st string together. Then you hammer on with your middle finger onto the 2nd fret of the 1st string. Then you lift it up and play the open string, the open 1st string, like that. So you get this. And after that you add a slap, where you're slapping the lower strings and creating that percussive sound. And then you do this. So there, right after you played the slap, you let go of the chord. So now you're just holding on to the 3rd fret of the 5th string, the bass note. Then you place your little finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, play that note, and then pull off to the open string. I'll play it again. So the entire portion on the C major chord sounds like this. And then you have this part on the G major chord, which is exactly the same as earlier. This part remains the same. And then you have this part on a B major chord. So you start by holding this chord, where we have the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 4th fret of the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string. On the right hand you start by playing this. So you play the 5th string, then the 4th string, and then you slap and ring this part of the chord, the 3rd and 2nd strings together. You play them with the slap, like that. And in the end, you play the third string, like that. And then you have this. So you start by plucking the fifth string and the second string together. Then you play the third string and then the second string. And after that you add a slap onto the lower strings to create that percussive sound, like that. And in the end you just play the note on the 4th fret here of the second string and slide up till the 5th fret, like that. And in the end you play this, where you're again plucking the 6th string, 3rd string, 2nd string and 1st string all together. All of them are open, like that. So the entire portion on the B major chord sounds like this. So that's the whole second half of the chorus. I'll play the whole thing again really slow. Try to play it with me. So that's the entire chorus. I'll play the whole thing again from the start, the first half and the second half. So altogether you have this. So that's it for this video. All the rest of the parts, the post-chorus and everything else are on a separate part 2 video available on my Patreon page. If you like my work, I'd recommend trying it out for a month. It costs $4 to join and you get exclusive perks. And moreover, it really helps me bring more videos like this one to you. A very special thanks and shout out to all my current Patreon members. Really appreciate you guys. And as always, I hope this video helped. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.